Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Trevor with Maker Experiment, and in today's video, we're going to be covering 10 design resources for laser and business owners that I think you will find very helpful. Let's get into it. As I go through these resources, I'm going to give you examples of how I have used them in my own business. I will also put all of the links to these in the description below, as well as any of the videos that I have created using those links as well. The first one I want to talk about is Waveformer. I actually used this one recently in a project that I made for my wife. I created a necklace using a waveform of her mom's voice, and this website is the website that I used in order to convert her voice into that graphical form. It output the artwork as an SVG file, and I was easily able to modify it in Adobe Illustrator in order to get what I wanted. If you're interested in the full process, definitely go check that video out. The second one is Laser Map Maker. So I actually used that to make this project, which was very recent, and it allowed me to not only get the map look and the roads and golf course and all of that stuff, but it also converted it easily to a laserable file, so that I didn't actually have to trace anything like I used to have to do with other programs. If you want to do cool, unique map art type projects, that is definitely a website that I suggest that you check out. The third resource is actually two resources. I use a couple of different box generators to get packaging boxes for both packaging for products as well as shipping boxes. So the first one is Pack Help, which helps me with the foldable shipping boxes. It is completely free. However, it does have some limitations in the types of boxes that you can create. Design the box size you want within reason, and then you can output the die line to be able to send to your laser. The second box generator that I use is CEFBOX. So this one is one where you do have to pay for it. It's going to depend on the project you want to make. But if I go back here to the die lines, there are a ton of options for styles, different things that you want to make. It is definitely worth it if you want to make packaging for your products, but you can also do those things with free alternatives or design them yourself. This just makes it much easier to do it quickly. The fourth one on my list is SVG Nest. This website will allow you to upload your SVG file no matter how your items are laid out. It will then recognize the paths and then shift them and optimize them to lay them out onto your material to make sure that you utilize it as well as possible. Once it does that, you can then download the new SVG file to optimize your cutting. I have used this in a few programs. This is one where I did it with an old pencil box that I had designed, and then modified it afterwards a little bit to just reduce the number of cuts. But it will help you nest everything if that's something that you're not good at or don't like to do manually. The fifth resource is Imag-R. Most of you already know what this is. It's for taking your photos and converting them into a laserable photo so that you can transfer it to wood, anodized aluminum, whatever it might be. This helps you be able to convert it without buying an extra software so that you can actually take your photos or memories and then be able to easily laser engrave them onto products. I have used this a few times for a few different projects, and I probably am just repeating something that you already know, but definitely check it out if you haven't used it before. The sixth resource is actually from the sponsor of this video, Epilog Laser. As most of you know, I have worked with Epilog lasers since about 2013 and actually started working with them and partnering with them on content for the last couple of years. They have multiple lasers all the way from the Maker, which is the entry level for Epilog, all the way to the Pro for the industrial applications, but all of their lasers are capable of running production level quantities at production level speeds. So if you're looking to run a business with a laser, their equipment is top notch. And if you're interested in an Epilog, I want to make sure you know about these three resources that they provide because I don't think they're shared very well. The first one is Epilog's new knowledge base. This used to be a training center where you had to have a login and you had to be able to register in order to get access. They are changing that up, and they are now making this all open so you don't have to register or log in, and you can access the information right away. If you go to support.epiloglaser.com, you'll be able to access the website, and if you scroll down, you'll be able to select your machine, and you can actually select legacy machines as well. But if I go in here to the Edge, the Maker, and the Pro, you can see all kinds of articles about it and be able to get more information about that specific machinery. Keep an eye on this website because they're going to continue to add information to it to make it easier to support your machinery. When I got started with Epilog, these types of resources didn't exist, and it's great to see that they're coming out with these now. The second resource from Epilog is their sample club. Once you're on their page, if you scroll down, you'll see that you can filter by the different types of materials and find multiple projects throughout the years that they have created on that material. This gives you a great starting point for settings. It also gives you a great starting point for designing and to get inspiration overall. If you haven't checked that out yet, definitely give it a look because I have used this library in the past to create some of the projects that I have made. The third resource from Epilog is their YouTube channel. It has come a long way in the last year. For a while, I felt like it kind of got neglected or they weren't really posting a lot. And then they hired a new director of content, and that person has been going through and creating a ton of new videos using their new Galvo, the Maker, as well as their other machines. If you want to see how they utilize the equipment to gather inspiration for projects that you can make, that is a great resource that I have been using a lot lately, not only for the Galvo, but also to inspire some cool one-off projects that I can do for my family. If you're interested in learning more about Epilog, go to epiloglaser.com/maker-experiment, and you can request not only samples, but also more information on their machines. But huge thank you to them because without their support, most of my videos probably wouldn't exist. On to resource number 7. This is LaserPics. This is actually a spinoff from Imag-R, where if you don't know what you're doing in Imag-R, or frankly you're lazy like me, you can go ahead, find photos that already exist that somebody has prepared for laser engraving, and be able to download those photos. They have both free and paid versions of them. I have definitely utilized the free versions in some of the videos that I've done for anodized aluminum engraving, but there are a lot of cool images on there that are great for little projects, but also just to try something new and learn more about how to set your photos up. Resource number 8 is Boxes.py. This one I found a long time ago, and it used to be talked about quite a bit more, and I haven't seen it recently. But they have different categories of boxes, boxes with flex, meaning the living hinge. They also have shelves, wall-mounted, hole patterns, and a whole bunch more. If you go into here, you can actually get a preview of what the box looks like by hovering over the different designs that they have. And then you can simply click on one, go into the designer, and then alter the box for what you want to do. It will then spit out the design for you, allowing it to just generate and not have to put in as much upfront work. This can be a great resource for some of your projects where it takes some of the effort out of your life. Resource number 9 is DaFont.com. This one is great if you're looking for different fonts. They do have some that are public domain. All you need to do is click on one of the themes. So if you click on themes, say I pick the techno one for some reason, go to more options and you can say public domain or 100% free, and you can use those in your artwork. Just do your homework and make sure that you're not using one that's for personal use in a commercial application. Resource number 10 is Ponoko. This one has projects that are already designed. This one has some cool ones where it has, old school radio looking projects. They also have some coasters. They have vases and clocks and all types of things. They are kind of specific designs, but what I've used this for is to gather inspiration for other ways to use a similar design. Let's take this ornament, for example. You can look at this design, figure out how they interlock the pieces, and then use that application to be able to design your own project. Don't be afraid to look at other designs and what other people put out, because figuring out how they interlock parts, how they do hinges, all of those kinds of things can really help you elevate your own designs. I'm going to give you a few bonus resources as well that I think will be very helpful. The first bonus is one that I think is amazing, and I'm obviously biased because it's my own YouTube channel. I have over 250 videos over the years where I have made sign projects. I've also made many other projects with how-to videos, informational videos like these, and a bunch of free resources and downloads over the years. So if you haven't checked them out and you just happen to land on this video some other way, go over to the main channel, check out the other videos that I have because I think they can be very helpful to you. The second one that I have is a guy that has been around for a long time in the laser world, and that's Doug Green. He does a ton of CorelDRAW videos, which complements the Adobe Illustrator stuff that I do. He's actually done videos of things that I've done in Adobe and then shown how to do that same thing in Corel. If you are using Corel and you're looking for design help, he is the man to go to. The third bonus is actually more of a general business one, and that is Amy Porterfield. So her YouTube channel is full of useful business information, more for marketing, building courses, building email lists, and it really approaches how to turn this into a business and get it out of the hobby level and really elevate what you're doing. Not only do I watch her videos on YouTube, but I also listen to her podcast, and all of those things are very helpful to break out of the little one-off hobby type business that I used to do and get me thinking about how do I take the next step in order to grow my business, grow my revenue, and really make more of an impact in the sector that I'm in. If you've never checked out her videos or her podcast, give it a try, see if it helps you as well, and I do not think you will be disappointed. Those are my 10 resources, as well as a few bonus ones that will help you in your journey to building a laser business. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer all of those. But I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so that you know when I come out with new videos. Be sure to check out my Instagram @MakerExperiment where I share things along the way. But I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you in the next one.